What up, y'all? It's the boy Marquis. Bring y'all another video. As y'all can tell, we outside and everything like that. And another thing is, y'all can tell by today's title, I ended up picking a new vehicle up. So basically, I ended up picking up a 2007 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD Duramax. If you're familiar with, the diesel platform and everything like that, I ended up buying that LBZ Duramax. So give y'all the full rundown how I even wanted to pick up a truck, how I even start thinking about getting a pickup truck. It's basically around the wintertime. I was basically saying that I want something that I can drive in the wintertime that's either a four-wheel drive and more practical to pick up stuff like wheels, tires, whatever I need to pick up. Just mainly more practical than a Dodge Challenger. Not saying that my Dodge Challenger isn't practical, but it's not practical when you're trying to pick up a set of wheels, tires, and other car parts or whatever I need to pick up. You basically get the point. It's a two-door coupe. So basically around January, I started looking into getting a pickup truck. I looked into Duramaxes, Power Strokes, and the Ram Cummins and stuff like that. So started looking on Facebook Marketplace. I had a lot of potential trucks that I could have got and everything like that, but it seemed like almost every time when I had a chance to go get a truck or even look at a truck, either A, the owner all of a sudden changed his mind and said he didn't want to sell the truck. B, the truck ended up getting sold before I can even, put my bid in and stuff like that. Or C, which is the craziest thing, is one of the trucks I was end up finna look at and stuff like that, the actual owner ended up blocking me for some particular reason, which I'm gonna go later on in depth with the video and stuff like that. So before I even thought about getting a Duramax, like I told you, I was looking at all three, different type of diesel engines. Why did I want a diesel truck? Because I want a diesel truck mainly for the towing capabilities, stuff like that. And for the first part of me looking at a truck, I wanted to get a dually. Because I want to get a dually, I want to do hot shot, it's better towing capacity and stuff like that, better payload and everything like that. But, I end up liking the 2500 better because I thought more or less for the insurance wise, and then also if I want to go into town, like into Chicago, or it's more practical having a 2500 versus a 3500 dual real dually truck. Hey, how I try to say dual rear wheel like some people say, but I couldn't get it out at that time. So the main candidates I was looking at was either a 5.9's coming, because the 6.7 was too expensive for me. And when it came to the Cummins, I was looking at mainly 3500s or a 2500 with the mega cab, which I'll probably put a picture of the mega cab right here so you can see what I'm talking about. So I was looking at that Pacific Ram truck. When it came to the Power Strokes, 6.7 was really out my budget. The 7.3, it was within budget, but a lot of them was plagued with issues and stuff like that. Not saying that the 7.3 is a bad motor, but a lot of guys that had the 7.3s, they all said the same thing, like, oh, the Huey or the H-pop, high pressure oil pump was going out, and I didn't want to take that job on, basically getting a dead truck already and stuff like that. And then Duramaxes, I've seen a couple LBZs I liked, a couple LLYs, LB7s and everything like that. But the most issue I had with them trucks was a lot of them was really out of state, and I had no way of just going out there to get the truck and coming back, because majority of them trucks had issues. Like one of them said that the CP3 was out or the TCM was messed up. Basically, issues like that where I had to actually tow the truck back. The body was nice, the engine was fine, other than that issue, but I would have no way of actually getting that truck back. So kept searching, and I ended up finding the 2005 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD, but it was the LLY Duramax. Like I said, if you're familiar with the Duramaxes, it goes LB7, LLY, LBZ, LMM, LML, and L5P. Before I drove any of the other Duramaxes, I drove an L5P. I fell in love with it, but in order for me to get an L5P, I would have to do a car note, and which means that it was either between the pickup truck or the Challenger, and it just wasn't gonna be a good thing. I even talked to my family about it. They didn't want me to get rid of my Challenger because I did so much to it already. So that was out the deal. And mainly, the more I thought about it, I'm like, I'm not trying to get into a second car note anyway. So I was looking at the LLY Duramax. I hit the guy up. The guy wanted $4,000 for it. I put a picture up how the truck looked. And literally after I hit up dude, he blocked me. I don't know why he blocked me. And then I ended up looking to his town that he was in. It was in Wisconsin. I'm not going to put that town out because I'm just not that type of person. But the town he was in had a population of 1,300 people. And you can see where I'm going with this. So he blocked me, and that was pretty much over and done with. I could care less. So I ended up stumbling across the truck that I got now. And this truck sat on Marketplace for about 2 months. The guy originally wanted $5K for it. Then it went to $4,500. And then it went to $4K. And then when I did have the money for it, I eventually went up there to get the truck. It was like an hour and a half there, hour and a half back. Truck did fine. It rode smooth. And, I ended up getting the truck. So to go more into detail with the truck I got now is paid, around $4,000 for the truck. The guy did suspension work on it. He did the up and lower ball joints. He changed the oil. He changed the oil filters. He changed the fuel filters. He put a 5-inch exhaust on it. And it has the turn down exhaust, which I'm not saying I'm not a big fan of, but eventually I'm probably end up going to redo the exhaust to make it go out on the side like most other Duramaxes is. And he added a cold air intake on his truck, which is the enclosed one. It's not one of them that's all open and, sucking in hot air and stuff like that. So I was pretty much, stout to get this truck. So drove up there, test drove it. When I got to this guy's house, he had two LB7s. I mean, not LB7s, LBZs. He had this truck that I bought, and he had an all-white one that was on like I want to say the 6 to 8 inch lift on, wheels with mud tires, steel bumpers, paint match, bumper. Well, not paint match bumper because the bumper was steel and it was black. But paint matched tow mirrors and everything like that. It was pretty much like a show truck. It was a real nice truck. And basically when I met the guy was real cool and everything like that. He said, hey, look, this is my first, diesel truck I bought. I drove it for 3 years. I only drove it in the wintertime. Other than that, it pretty much sat in the driveway because, as I told y'all, he had a second truck. And he would drive that when it's nice outside. And, only drove the Duramax I got in the wintertime because he didn't want to, mess up his other truck, which was cool. And he threw in a couple extra parts, threw in the tailgate for me and everything like that. But the main thing that I was kind of happy about is this truck is pretty much rust-free. When you looking into older pickup trucks and stuff like that, a lot of them rust around, the wheel wells, where if they have fender flares, that rust out. The bed usually rust out. And, sorry, I gotta look over at my dog. They over here doing stuff they're not supposed to be doing. But yeah, the fenders usually rust out, the bed usually rust out, and the cab, rocker panels usually rust out because wherever water can sit at, it's gonna eat the metal. So it's pretty much rust free other than the rocker panels, but luckily you can replace the rocker panels on these trucks and the AC would cut on. So hold on. So other than that, the truck is fine. It's pretty much nothing wrong with it mechanical wise. It just got get fully restored, because as I flip the camera around, you'll see what I'm talking about. So this is the Duramax. As you can tell, has huge dent defender, but don't worry about that. I'm gonna replace that. The bed is primered up because he was doing body work on it. Like I said, it's a rust-free bed. Other than the rocker panels being rusted out, but luckily you can repair that. I already looked into it. Got decent tires on it. It's 4-wheel drive. Brand new batteries. Intake. I'll show y'all the exhaust on the other side. Has some tow mirrors that this is the turn signal and it's the switchback. Reverse lights, which them doesn't work for right now, which is cool. I'm into replacing these tow mirrors because the one on the passenger side, that mirror is cracked, which is all cool. I'm into reordering the same ones. Turn signal right here. They is heated, and then I don't know if I can do this with one hand, but sorry, these things do get stuck. They're tow mirrors, which is cool with me because I'm up doing the same ones. He actually took these off his white truck because since he cracked the one on the other side, he ended up throwing these mirrors on because they were the same ones he had on his other truck. Coming into the interior, I wanted the one with the bench seat. I know a lot of people be like, well, why you didn't want to get an upper trim one? But I actually like this seat because you can flip it up and then you know it's a bench seat. Interior pretty much cool. I already found the replacement part for this seat, so I'm probably gonna do another video on that when I get paid. Hey, y'all get back. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to keep an eye on my dog. Mega. Over there, y'all. Thank you. Other than that, I'm in the restoring the whole inside of the truck along with the outside. It's gonna go back this color. And do got the center caps there in the back. Let's see if I can find one. Got the Chevy center caps, but ordered more of these because he was missing about 4 of them on that Pacific hubcap for some reason. Truck starts up fine. Let's see if I can get the key out of my pocket. I'm gonna end up redoing the instrument cluster because this part down here lights up whenever it wants to. I don't think I'm gonna catch it on camera. Yeah, it doesn't light up half the time, but truck starts up fine. Has bright LEDs. No blow by, which is good for a diesel engine. If I can get this top back on. And like I said, 5 inches off with the turn down. This the other fender, as you can tell, he was doing body work. And that was pretty much it for the whole truck. Come on, Megan. Thank you. Main thing that's going on with this truck is the power steering is leaking. It's only leaking because the master cylinder is going bad, and the master cylinder and the hydro boost is tied in together. He showed me where it was leaking at. It's leaking out from up there. Stop. It's leaking out from up there, and I'm going to put it in the shop and get that fixed. Other than that, pretty good truck. Like I said, I drove an hour and a half back. I'll already start picking up stuff that I need for both cars, the Challenger and this already in the truck. It's nice having a nice big bed, even though it's not the long bed, but it's better putting stuff in here versus the Challenger. So, like the truck, love the truck, very first truck. I'm happy with it. So, like I said, y'all, got another project on my hand. I'm going ahead and start slowly but surely restoring this truck. Once I restore it, of course, you know it's gonna be the new tow unit. Start putting this truck to work and everything like that. I'm gonna take y'all along the journey as I restore this truck and start using it for work and everything like that. And the biggest thing I'm happy about is, y'all, not only I got a paid off truck, I low-key got my dream truck because I've been wanting this truck for a real long time. And the third good thing is, if you're a diesel fan, it's a pre-emission truck. So I don't have to run DEF in it. I can just put straight diesel fuel in it. Ain't got to worry about the emission system going bad other than like the new trucks. So I'm happy with it. If you're a diesel fan, you know how good the LBZs is. And I'm just gonna start going crazy with this truck, y'all. So that's the end of today's video, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and chill out, enjoy the rest of my night before I gotta get up early in the morning, you know, hop back into my semi truck. So literally, y'all, it's been smooth. It's me, your boy, SRT Marquis, and I'm out.
Find your purpose, huh? Devil always working, huh? I can't control them, but my ex is lurking, huh? Can't miss them old days, looking big and better, huh? Been up for 4 days straight. I didn't wanna act up on it, but that shit was strange. And I ran a bag up on my pain, I was insane. And I got that walk when you see me, got it made. And you know I got you, baby.